Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Whispers in the Dark. Today, I want to sit with something tender, something familiar, and something that many of us have lived inside for years without naming it. Today, we're talking about the moment strength stops being a tool and quietly becomes a mask. And not the dramatic kind, not the kind that you put on once and take off later, the kind that you forget you're wearing. We live in a world that praises resilience without asking what it costs. We also live in a world that requires resilience without helping everybody understand exactly what it means and what it looks like. We're told to push through, hold it together, fake it until we make it. And at first, that advice can help. Sometimes you do need to get through the day. You do need to show up. You do need to function even when everything inside you feels like it's falling apart. So you do what you learn to do. You pull yourself together, you straighten your back, you quiet the ache, and you become what the moment requires. And that strength, it serves a purpose, a true and powerful purpose. But here's where things start to shift. Quietly, slowly, without warning, they shift. There comes a point where strength is no longer something you use. It's something you become trapped inside. Let me paint this in real life. Maybe you're the parent, the one who locks themselves in the bathroom for a moment longer than necessary because that panic or that stress and frustration is rising and your chest feels tight and your hands are shaking and your kids are calling your name from the other side of the door. So you splash water on your face. You take that breath that doesn't quite reach your lungs. You wipe your eyes and you open the door. And just like that, you become okay. Not because you are, but because you need to be. Or maybe you're the high performer, the one walking in the meetings while your personal life is quietly unraveling, the one who can deliver a presentation flawlessly while your heart is breaking, the one who keeps showing up polished, composed, reliable, even as the weight of everything you're carrying starts to bend you inward. Or maybe you're the one who learned early that emotions weren't welcome, that strength meant silence, that feeling deeply made you weak, that needing help was dangerous. So you learned to swallow it all, the grief, the fear, the exhaustion. You become the steady one, the dependable one, the one everyone leans on. And no one asks how you are anymore. In these moments, the mask isn't the enemy. It becomes the way that we learn to live. It becomes the way that you know how to live. So, in reality, it helps you survive. It helps you show up. It helps you get through what you don't yet have the space to feel. But survival tools were never meant to become permanent identities, the same way we were never meant to be in a survival mode for an extended period of time. And that's where the pain begins. Because when strength becomes a mask, it doesn't just protect you, it isolates you. It gives you a quite unhealthy alter ego, even. It tells the world, I don't need anything, even when you do. It tells others, I've got this, even when you're drowning. And slowly, without realizing it, you stop letting yourself be seen. In fact, you might not even actually be seeing anything but the mask when you're looking in the mirror that morning. Not because you're dishonest, but because you're tired. Tired of explaining, tired of justifying your pain, tired of worrying that if you let one crack show, everything will fall apart. So you carry it alone. Here's the truth I want you to hear clearly. The danger is not strength. The danger is false strength. And there really is a significant difference. The kind that demands silence, the kind that tells you suffering is something to endure privately, the kind that convinces you that being human will cost you everything, the kind that thinks that faking it to make it is the only way you're capable of living, so your real self should be silenced. Your real self shouldn't be present. Your real self shouldn't be living your life. Life is not easy, and we do not always live it well. We break, we misstep, we bleed quietly. We do our best, and sometimes our best still hurts. And that doesn't make you weak, it makes you real. And yet, so many of us keep the mask on because we believe it's the only way to be loved or respected or safe. We fear that if we let it slip even a little, we'll be judged, abandoned, seen as less, setting ourselves up for failure, or we'll be worried about what we have to deal with even more just because of our own struggles. But what if it was the opposite? What if the opposite is true? What if the moment you stop pretending to be unbreakable is the moment you finally allow yourself to breathe? What if the real strength isn't about holding everything together, but about knowing when you're allowed to set it down? When you can give yourself permission to go ahead and be a passenger on a struggle bus ride and just be for a minute, breathe, rest, recover. Because you truly can be strong and hurting at the same time. You can be capable and exhausted. You can show up and need support. Those truths do not cancel each other out. Truth, true strength, it isn't the absence of struggle. It's the courage to acknowledge the weight you're carrying, honestly, gently, without shame. To look yourself in the mirror and say, I am strong and I am struggling right now. I'm going to live through this day, through one moment at a time, to the best of my ability, and to let that be enough. Not, I'm going to put this mask on again and walk out this door and fake it to make it. Healing doesn't begin when the pain disappears. It begins when you stop hiding from it. When you give yourself permission to go through the pain, you give yourself permission to live through life. When you stop performing your life and start inhabiting it. As I always say, you were never broken. You were surviving the best way you knew how and living the only way you discovered. And now you're allowed to live as your true, real, and whole self. Wherever you stand, wherever you're going, whoever you choose to be, you are allowed to live, to rest the armor, to loosen the mask, to hear yourself, maybe even for the first time. Stay here with that truth. You don't have to be anything else right now. You don't have to be anyone else at any given time. You deserve to be you. It's time. It's time to be you. It's time to live.